Okay, here we go. So, yes, it is Monday. And yes, Tesla is finally moving back up. So, obviously, the last few weeks have been disappointing, to say the least. I mean, there was lots of, hit piece kind of news stories, lots of weekend drama, lots of negative factors that significantly put a hamper on Tesla's stock move. So, but, it dropped down pretty hard and looks like we may be turning that corner and starting to run. I mean, we're up what, 30 bucks today on it. So, we might be there. I'm not 100% sold on this yet. We battled, under 600 for a good bit, but once we broke through it real strong, like up over 601.20, then we started running up. Now it appears we are having that end of day sell-off that tends to happen especially on days that Tesla runs. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Right now I'm really planning to see what happens over tomorrow and like Wednesday morning. If it looks like we're kind of stabilizing and gonna hold over 600, then I'm gonna look at that 590 to 600 range for selling a put spread, but we shall see. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you would know over here I've been sitting at 8 shares for a while with an extra 2 shares sitting waiting to be filled, and I had them at 560 I believe for quite a while. And then once we dropped down below that, or not below, once we dropped under 600 and then had a real fast move down to 580, got a little nervous and thought I would move it down to 545 because I figured 550 would hold really well. And I did do my orders as a good till cancel with extended hours. The last couple of trades I've had filled did seem to get a better price when it was in pre-market or after hours. So I tried that again on this one. Put in my order on, actually I think it was the week before last. I moved that down to 545 and we kept getting down in the 560s and never quite dropped below. So I was getting a little nervous that we'd hit the bounce and I would not get filled, but I kept at it. And I don't remember what day was that, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday kind of started running up and faded back the rest of the day. Seems to be a consistent move. But then Wednesday morning it just opened pre-market, had a pretty good drop to that 565, and I was thinking maybe it's time to move my order back to 560, but the pre-market news was kind of sketch, so I kept it in there. While I was actually in the shower, I heard a couple of dings go off, and I pop out here to look, and lo and behold, there was like one candle of, and I've got 3-minute candles, but one candle where 74,000 shares were traded, and it got down to 545, and that was the low, and it filled my 2 shares and then moved back up. Started getting a little nervous there right about what was that, 9 o'clock? Yeah, just after 9 o'clock my time, Central Time, so 10 o'clock normal market time on the East Coast. Anyways, it got down pretty close, but I was already at work, so wasn't having time to pay attention to it. So then we kind of stabilized a bit there, and that ended up being the low day. Then Thursday, get into battling through the 580s. Friday tried to break back up in the 90s, and then sold off at the end of the day back down to right near 580. So kind of dramatic last week. I was pretty pleased that I was able to get filled on those 2 shares. So got my little stash up to 10, and whatever the problem is with how I had an option trade processed through Thinkorswim system, it is still showing. So I moved my average price from 660, which was the strike price of the options trade like a month or month and a half ago, that had gone against me. So now it shows my average price 637. It's actually somewhere closer in the just under 5, like upper 4s, like 497. Actually, let's just take a quick look. Say about 1114 divided by 10. Say I'm up about 111 minus say 609. Say we'll just round up 607. So I should be somewhere around 495-ish for my average price. I got my first, I think 5 or 6. I think my first 6 shares in the like lower 4s, and then 2 shares around 670, 680. They were up there quite a bit, and then these last 2 to get up to 10, they're at 545. So that's raised it up. I was around 420, 427, I believe, average price before the start of the year, when I added a few more shares to my long-term hold. So like I said, every couple of months I plan to just buy 1 or 2 more shares for this. My main trading is done on the option side. So this morning I just was not really feeling it, and the trades I was looking at wasn't, I don't know, just didn't have the confidence that I should have had. Had I done that, I would have been up at least $500 or $600 right now at the strikes I was looking at making a move on. So, you know, that's life. Sometimes you don't pull the trigger and you lose out. But you know, the last few weeks have been deceiving on these kind of early runs, and then they fade out at the end of the day. So I want to see if we are getting past that maneuver. If we are, then I'll start working back into my normal try to open a trade on Monday and then close it out Thursday or Friday. Right now, the way the last few weeks have been going, I'm more trying to get an idea of what's happening on Monday, and then come back like Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning, see kind of what we're looking like by then, and that's when I'll take the trade. So obviously I was looking at these man, I think my first trade I was looking at was a 575, 570, and that one could have gone for like a $1.80 this morning. Let's just see. Right now it's worth 50 cents. So, yeah, it would have been up over $100 per contract. So yeah, but missed that one. So we'll move on to the next one. No need to dwell on the past. So right now, that 600 level is what we really want to watch. I think we're gonna kind of come back down to it and dance around it for a bit. So right now, let me move my noggin out the way. The sell the 600, buy the 595, going for about $1.60 right now, and we're what, 610, so about 10 over. Not too bad. Really kind of think we're going to come back closer to 600. So like if we came down to 600, 598 range again on like say Wednesday, I'd probably look at the 590, 585 spread for, you know, dollar. If I get $1.70 to $1.80 out of those, that would be a risk worth taking. Or if we drop back to 595, I'm either going to be looking there, or I may try to look at dropping even lower and going with like the 580. Sell the 580, buy the 575. Right now it's going for 70 cents. Like if it got up to about $1.50, maybe $1.30, but I was more confident that we would stay above that by the end of the week. I would take down to $1.20, $1.30, like on Wednesday. So right now it's a little bit of a waiting game just to see how it comes about. I don't know. Hard to say. Whenever there's a lot of early week hype, I've seen it fade too often to want to take a further away from the money trade right now for a small amount, when it's very likely that it can drop down within a few days, get closer to that strike I'm looking at now, and then I'd be able to get more premium out of it. So right now, not going to waste it for 70 cents per contract, but if we got up in that $1.30 to $1.50 range, that's when I'd be looking at it. And Wednesday or Thursday, less time, but a greater chance of getting more premium for the risk. So right now, as long as we hold up above 600, I'll most likely be looking to keeping an eye on this 595 590 spread. Like if that got up to anywhere $1.70 to $1.90, I'd be pretty happy with that. So it's only just under $1.40 right now. I might consider taking that, like if it was Thursday afternoon, and I would know that within a few hours on Friday it would be worth $1 less. Right now there's still too much time for too many things to go wrong, especially the way the last several weeks have gone. It seems like whenever there's anything that's possibly good, there ends up being 2 or 3 very close succession bad news situations. So right now, best to just be chill and wait and see what happens. And he's talking about Bitcoin again. So, I haven't even looked at my crypto wallet since all of this nonsense happened, because I don't want to be uber depressed right now. So I'm just going to wait until I start seeing we're back on a upward trajectory and see where we get. I did take the time to make some figures. Like, I kind of know where I would want certain coins to be priced at to hit my goal for having majority of my Cybertruck order paid for with my Bitcoin. Or not just Bitcoin, but I've got a little bit of multiple things. So, right now that's still very much in the profit, so I'm planning to just hold that. I think it was good that all the cryptos got crushed down real hard over the last 2 weeks. It's been an epic run up the first part of this year, so it needs to take a breather. Like, was it Algora Land or something? I looked at that one a while ago, like when I was first getting into it and learning all the different ones. I don't think I ever purposely bought any of them. Like, I think I had some once when I was using a bot service that would just search for certain price actions and automatically make buys and sells. I think I remember seeing Algo go through some of my transaction history, but that was like in 2018. So I don't remember. Right now all I've got some Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Like, just I have one Ethereum and one Litecoin, and then a good chunk of Chainlink. And that's the one that's like ridiculous, because I had 290 of them, I think, at like what, 36, 34 cents, something like that. I think about 36 cents. And I mean, that stuff's over $20 now. I think at one point I saw it over $30. So that one's a huge return on a very small amount. Like at one point I think I'd seen what I have left of it after transferring some of it was like 289.75, and it was worth $10,000, and that was on just over $100, like $105 worth of purchase back in 2018. So $100 to $10,000, kind of ridiculous. If Chainlink ever gets up to like over 100, I'd have to find my note. If it ran to like 200 something dollars, I could sell all of it and have my entire Cybertruck paid for off of $100 investment from 2018. So that's like the pie in the sky dream. I don't think that is going to happen, but you know, it might. There's starting to be a lot of good ones out there, especially the ones that have kind of hung out since that 2017, 2018 time when it was really, really the Wild West in crypto. So a lot of them that are still around and still have good functionality built into them, I think those are going to be the ones that will continue to stay around for a while. It really, I don't know, to me it makes no sense that Dogecoin's been going so bonkers. It's really just because of all the attention it's been getting. If anything else had got that much attention in that short amount of time, very similar thing would happen. It doesn't necessarily mean, hey dude, what's happening? I don't think it means that it's a truly good investment. So but you know, like Chainlink, that one's going to be very useful for contracts and things like that. So it has a lot of functionality built into it. I think once more people figure that out, I try to give the example of like when you do title paperwork, when you buy a new, like where I work, you know, you buy a new motorcycle or something, that title has to be sent to the bank physically, like FedEx, UPS, sent to the bank. They got to do their stuff, and it's got to be sent back to you. If we transferred it all digitally, you could send those same contracts electronically and have them verified for pennies in comparison. So once more things like that start getting adopted into basic functions of life, it's going to explode. So good. I've just been running around trying to avoid all the rain. Like, I got rained out the last 2 weekends for going out to work on my range area. So today I'm planning to get off here and at least go out and get all my target stuff like painted and prepped to go out, just in case, like if next weekend we don't have much rain, I should have the time, since it's Memorial Day, to finish up all the tree clearing, or not, maybe not all of it, but at least the majority of getting stuff cleared and then getting all targets set up and hopefully start having some fun with it. But you know, Oklahoma, we got some weird rain. But we still need more, I think. Alright, down to the last minute. Man, see, so this is what keeps happening. We keep getting these end of day sell-offs. So that's my main focus right now, is as long as I think we're going to come back and test this 600 a couple times this week, but if we stay above 600, we could be starting the next jog upwards. So it's coming, but gotta be smart and patient. Yup. Box of Chinese food. So, we got 5, 4. What are we guessing? I'm gonna guess 606. Nope, I wasn't going to guess that. I was going to guess 606.70 something. But closed at 606.44. So, yeah, way better than before. I mean, that's saying I went up $250 today just on those couple of shares that I've been holding long. So, yeah, we'll keep holding on to them, see what happens. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I'm going to go out and try to get as much stuff done as I can over the next few hours, so that if we do have rain, that's fine. The farmers need rain more than I need to go out and build a shooting range right now. So I'm cool if we get a bunch of rain, but if we don't, I want to have as much stuff prepped so that I can just get out and set up targets and get in some good practice. So I'm kind of getting anxious, like I haven't got to go out and shoot for the last 2 weekends. So I think I'm gonna figure out a way today, even if I can't go all the way down to where I want to. I'll be able to find a spot to at least get a few more practice shots off. So we shall see, but I'm going to say it's about that time that I've got to bounce out and go get the rest of my Monday errands done. So remember, next Monday is Memorial Day. If I'm correct on the weeks, I believe I've figured that out right. I always miss the Monday holidays because my work's always closed, so they never register to me until like everybody else is not working on Monday. And there's an alert, Bitcoin up over 39,000 now, so I think it's coming. Yeah, so next Monday the 31st is Memorial Day, so obviously markets are going to be closed. So that's the day that I won't be here doing a live stream on Monday, unless like my other plans get completely rained out and I think of something else interesting to get on and talk about. But right now the plan is we're skipping next Monday, and then we'll be back here, I think, June the 7th on that Monday. So we'll see. It's Oklahoma. Weather always changes, but that is how it goes. So thank you guys that stopped by and hung out for a few minutes. It's good to chat with you while we watch the typical end of day sell-off on Tesla, but at least we're still up quite a good bit. So lots of things to watch for this week, and if you're around here where all the crazy weather happens, make sure to be careful when it's going on. So I'll catch everybody later, and y'all all have a wonderful week. See ya.